What is your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is math. I like solving problems and using numbers. It helps me think logically. In math class, we learn addition, subtraction, and multiplication. I also enjoy doing math homework.
What time do you go to school?
I go to school at 8 o'clock in the morning. I walk to school because it is near my house. School starts at 8:30 a.m. I usually arrive early to talk with my friends. The first lesson begins after the bell rings.
What do you learn in English class?
In English class, we learn new words. We practice speaking, reading, and writing. We also learn how to make sentences. Sometimes we play games to remember words. I like learning English because it helps me talk to more people.
How many subjects do you study?
I study 6 subjects in school. They are math, science, English, history, geography, and art. Each subject is different. I have some subjects every day. We learn new things in every class.
When do you do your homework?
I do my homework after school. I start at 4 o'clock and finish before dinner. I like to study in a quiet place. My teacher gives us math and English homework. Sometimes I do my homework with my friends.
How long is your lunch break?
Our lunch break is 1 hour. We eat lunch in the cafeteria at 12 o'clock. After eating, we can play outside. Some students stay in the classroom to read or study. I like talking with my friends during lunch.
What do you need for school?
For school, I need my backpack, books, and notebooks. I also need pencils, pens, and an eraser. Sometimes I bring my ruler for math class. We need to have everything ready for our lessons. I check my bag every morning.
How do you study for a test?
I study for a test by reading my notes. I also practice the problems we did in class. I ask my friends if I don't understand something. Sometimes I make flashcards to remember words. Studying helps me feel ready for the test.
What do you do in science class?
In science class, we learn about the world. We study plants, animals, and the weather. We also do experiments to learn how things work. Science is fun because we discover new things. My favorite part is the experiments.
What time does school end?
School ends at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. After the last class, we pack our things and go home. Sometimes I stay at school for after-school activities. I walk home with my friends. After school, I relax before doing homework.
How often do you have exams?
We have exams every 3 months. The exams are for different subjects like math, science, and English. Before the exam, we study and review the lessons. Exams help the teacher see what we have learned. I always try to do my best.
What do you do in art class?
In art class, we draw and paint. Sometimes we make crafts like cutting and gluing paper. We use different colors and materials to create art. The teacher shows us how to use pencils and brushes. I like making colorful pictures.
Do you like to read books?
Yes, I like to read books. I often read storybooks from the school library. Reading helps me learn new words. I also enjoy reading books about animals and history. Books are fun because they take you to new places.
What do you learn in history class?
In history class, we learn about the past. We study famous people and important events. We read about wars, kings, and how people lived before. History helps us understand how the world has changed. I find old stories interesting.
How do you get to school?
I usually walk to school because it's close. Sometimes my parents drive me if it rains. My friends and I meet and walk together. It takes about 10 minutes to get there. I enjoy talking with them on the way.
What do you do after school?
After school, I go home and do my homework. Sometimes I go to my friend's house to play. On some days, I have after-school activities like sports or art club. I always have time to relax before dinner. I like to watch TV or read books.
How do you prepare for your lessons?
I prepare for my lessons by reading the textbook before class. I write down notes from the last lesson. If I have any questions, I ask my teacher. Sometimes I practice with my classmates. This helps me understand the subject better.
What do you do in geography class?
In geography class, we learn about countries and maps. We study mountains, rivers, and oceans. We also learn about the weather and climate. Geography helps us understand the world. My favorite part is looking at the world map.
How many days a week do you go to school?
I go to school 5 days a week, from Monday to Friday. On Saturdays and Sundays, I don't have school. We study different subjects every day. I like school because I get to learn and see my friends. Weekends are for resting and fun.
What do you like about school?
I like school because I can learn new things. I also enjoy meeting my friends and playing with them during breaks. My teachers are nice and help me when I don't understand. I like art class the most because I love drawing. School makes me happy.
What do you do in math class?
In math class, we solve problems with numbers. We learn addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We also use shapes to study geometry. The teacher shows us how to solve problems step by step. I like math because it makes me think.
What's your favorite time of the school day?
My favorite time is break time. After studying, we get to relax and play. I usually talk to my friends or play games outside. We can also have a snack. It's fun to take a break after class.
Do you have homework every day?
Yes, I usually have homework every day. The homework can be math problems or writing in English. Sometimes I have to read a book for science or history. I finish my homework before dinner. I like to do my work early so I can relax later.
How do you practice English?
I practice English by speaking and reading. I talk to my friends in English during class. I also read books and listen to English songs. Sometimes I watch videos in English. These help me improve my speaking and listening.
What do you like about your teacher?
I like my teacher because she is kind and helpful. She explains things clearly and answers all my questions. She also makes lessons fun with games and activities. I like how she gives us time to ask questions. My teacher makes learning easy.